Truth is a really difficult thing to find because, first of all, I either have to suspend my beliefs, my current ones, and go, okay, I believe this, but is this possible? Or I have to admit I don't know, both of which are painful. And if my beliefs are driven by shame or fear, then it's even harder, especially when early on I was told certain things. I'm here at Ollantaytambo. This is one of the great archaeological sites in the world. They don't know how it was built. Some people say they do, but nobody can be sure. This is The Emotion Alchemist. My name is Mark, and this video is about finding truth. When we were young, we were told how it was, and for some of us that was not so easy. It was a painful experience because it came with a whole bunch of emotions. For me, I found that being Mark, came with baggage, because I was told afterwards, actually, I was wrong for whatever it was. Finding myself and finding my own beliefs has been excruciating. The further I run from truth, if I cannot admit that something in my life, that means that I'm not grounded in reality, and that means that the universe at some point is going to catch up to me and give me consequences. Because I was told, you can avoid reality, but you can't avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. That means that if there's something I don't see in my life, so like when I was drinking too much or using too many drugs, or just the level of self-hatred I had, because I couldn't voice it, because I couldn't even see it, eventually I came close to death, because actually, as I look back, that's like my subconscious. That's what I wanted. Now when I can name reality and say, yep, actually, I've got some beliefs that don't fit. I've got some beliefs that are painful. I got some beliefs that I am currently changing. The hard bit is, well, there's two hard bits. Some people, they don't want me to change, and that's so they're invested. And if you're the same, then put it in the comments below. But there are people that don't want us to change, me, scapegoat, whatever, light worker or empath. It's like invested in my staying small, staying quiet. Definitely for me, finding my voice has been in naming my truth. I haven't always found my truth. Sometimes I speak stuff and I look back at my videos and I'm like, well, actually I'm going to say it wasn't true. It's true for now. No one can tell you that your belief is wrong because it's your belief. It's like saying, actually, if I had a pen in my hand, like saying, this is a pen. If you're French, you're going to say, no, c'est un stylo, or something like that. My French is rusty. But lots of people call lots of different things, the same things, they call them different because we live, each of us, in a subjective reality. I look at something and go, oh yeah, it's that. Someone else looks at the same thing and goes, that's that. That's why art is so speculative or kind of is personal. But when people start fighting, or people tell me, actually, no, you're wrong because you're looking at that and it's not that, it's actually that. That's like, well, why can't I say it's a pen? If I say it's a good pen, someone else is going to say, but it's a plastic pen. It can't possibly be good. It has to be some sort of, whatever, titanium Wunder pen. I'm like, I get to choose what I believe. And that's been really, really hard. And as I look back, I'm like, wow, I did choose to believe first of all, some really painful things. And then also some things that really served me very badly. And it's not that I was wrong for believing them, because I believed them as truth. So I wasn't wrong. It's just that some of my beliefs have changed, and that's a good thing. When someone says to you, you've changed, take it as a good thing. If you're heading in the right direction, then you can say, thank you very much. I don't know. I look back and I go, whoa, I have changed. And I'm like, I'm fine with that, because as I call friends these days that I haven't spoken to in a long time, they're like, dude, you sound more like you than you've ever sounded before. You sound great. And I'm like, yeah, I do, and I feel great. And part of the reason for that, I can thank everybody who's given me a hard time in my life, because without all of that stuff, I wouldn't be me. I lost myself in childhood, and now I've spent a long time in finding myself. Part of that has been in introspection, into looking into me, that kind of understanding why I was doing things the way I was doing them, why I believe things. That's the kind of, they say if you do it too much, it's navel gazing. Actually, for me, I found it amazingly helpful. And yeah, I probably did it for longer than I needed, because actually that's the knowledge part. The wisdom part comes by taking action into that stuff which is really scary. It's the shame. It's like actually moving through stuff and feeling the shame or feeling the fear and then actually doing it anyway. I've done a lot of that too, and I can see how I've changed over time. And I like that, I really do. It was painful, but my life has grown and I have found more me, more Mark, more my truth. And for me, that's what it's all about. And that is also what spiritual awakening is about. I know a lot of people have a lot of feelings on this subject, especially for those of us who grew up being told a certain thing about various books and people. Spiritual awakening for me is painful because, you know, it's me finding my truth, finding what is, I don't know, like cosmic truth, what's actually, because there's only one truth. You can't say, and everything else is a version of the truth. That's why I have to suspend my judgments, my beliefs, in order to find out what is actually true. Like a judge in court, you have two parties, two sides, and they're both giving versions of the truth. And the judge, who is impartial, it's his or her job to work out whose version of the truth is more right. Well, there is actually only one truth. Everything else is versions of the truth, and that means that there is some parts of it that are wrong. Well, I'll show you the rest. Okay, so they don't know how they built this. I'm in Peru. It's amazing, and I don't know, I find myself on this incredible journey, and I'm enjoying it more and more because I am freeing myself of old baggage while I make these videos and speak my truth. I haven't done that in a while, but I look at me and I go, you know what? It's all right. Keep heading in the right direction towards the light. And if they cast darkness on you, at least their shadow, at least you know where the light is coming from. Because if there's shadow, there's got to be a light source. And so actually, if they're telling you one thing and it doesn't fit, if it's painful, if it's fearful, and their shadow is being cast on you, you know the light is actually behind them and it's casting their shadow onto you. And you can thank them and say, without you, without the pain, without all of it, I would not be the person I am today. That's 42 years. And you know what? In 5 minutes time, I may feel different. But right now, I don't. I made a fear meditation. It's in the link below if you want to click it. I made it for me so that when I get to DEFCON 5 and the fear factor is so big and it's like, I put it on, I just kind of wind it back to DEFCON 3 or DEFCON 2, whatever, so that I can make decisions again. So my limbic brain comes online, so I'm not paralyzed by fear. I find it useful. If you find it useful, click the link below. I'd love to hear what you think as well, if you want to put your comments down below as well. And I think that's it. I'm getting wet here. So I'm just going to say, from here to here, thanks for watching.